Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, doing pretty good today. It's a nice warm day out and things are going pretty well. As a matter of fact, the level of pain that I've had from my back problems has actually dropped off somewhat during the day. And I can be nothing but grateful for that because... Oops. Okay, we'll leave that in. It happens. I'm holding this thing in my hand instead of on a tripod or anything. I will be doing that another time, but whatever. Anyway, now what happened was the last time I fell, I landed flat on my butt, and oh, my back has been screeching at me ever since. And that was like last Saturday, almost a week ago. And
oh boy, it's been so much fun.
yeah. And finally it's getting a little bit of relief. Anyway, as I've been sitting here in this wheelchair since this adventure got out of the hospital, and yeah, I have been giving some thought to something that I hadn't actually thought of much before. You see, in all of my life, I'd never really paid a whole lot of attention to the situation regarding people who are trapped in wheelchairs for whatever reason. And it has become very apparent to me how difficult it can be to get around in such a situation. Like, for example, I did some research and did a little bit of reading, and apparently in the US at least, I can't honestly say for any place else because I didn't look, feeling lazy, and consider it an exercise for the viewer. The width of the average doorway in the US can be anywhere from about 30 inches or so to as narrow as 24. And the size of this wheelchair that I have is about 33 inches, which means really it needs to be having a 36-inch doorway to get through without any difficulty. And when the chair is wider than the door, well, then you run into difficulties where you have to find a way to get the person out of the chair long enough to get it through the doorway and then transport them back to the chair. And believe me, this is not as easy as it might sound. Yeah. And so it just kind of occurs to me, I know that handicap accessibility is a whole lot better now than it's, say, 20 years ago or 30, or like when I was a kid. But I'm thinking it would be cool if it could be improved. And you want to think what I mean is park yourself in a wheelchair and try getting around for a few hours. Yeah, it's a lot of fun if you're into frustration. And I think it would be cool if, like, for example, one thing that could be done that would make things a whole lot easier for a lot of people is if doorways in homes and businesses measuring 36 inches wide, having a 36-inch wide pathway through them, if that became part of building codes, that could be cool. You know, making it easier for folks to get around. And then I'm not even going to get started on grab bars and such in bathrooms and whatnot. But, you know, and it would be a huge job to bring everybody up to code, and it would take forever and cost billions and all this good happy stuff. But it's something to rant about while I'm sitting here trapped in my chair. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
Here's the TinFoilChef.